Hey everyone, it's Happy Dude! And this is where we left off on the Sherman tank, so let's get on with it. So I did a lot of soldering in the turret and on the wires itself, and now we are going to solder the last wires together, and then we are going to connect everything to the Elmot board. The last thing I need to install in the turret is this flash LED for the main cannon. But before I install the LED, I'm going to sand it a bit so you don't see a orange dot when it shines, but a real orange glow. Okay, I just installed the new bigger and brighter LED from evandesigns.com. I used some super glue for that, so it's not going anywhere, and as you can see, it sticks out just a little bit so you can see the flash better, and also from the sides when I fire the main gun. Now when you slide the barrel back into place, you need to reattach this metal hook right here. That is the servo for the recoil of the main gun, and then the metal cage where it's resting on, that needs to be reattached to this servo so the gun can go up and down. And then just there's a little screw down here that needs to be tightened. It's very difficult to do that in front of the camera. And there's one here also, and that is to hold the gun in place with this shield right here where the gun is resting in. And then you just need to tighten these two screws here. They are attached to these little hooks that hold the whole construction, and that's it. And of course I already soldered the new flashlight to the existing wires of the original harness. And then I also drilled two holes right here and here, and also into the plastic, and then just some zip ties to hold it down in place, because originally the harness was attached to this plastic ring, but when it sticks out like that, I had the problem when I turned the turret, it would slam into the battery that lays on top of here. So that's why I built it into the turret, and it looks better also. And then the last step is to just tighten the 4 screws here, and then I'm completely done with the turret. And as you can see, there's just enough room for the main gun to go up and down, so it won't slam against the electric harness that turns around. If the harness would be completely inside the turret, it would slam into the main gun when it goes up and down, and maybe a wire would get damaged. Okay, and now I just need to attach the turret to the upper hull, Okay, then the plastic ring goes in. Put the wires through, like so. First put it at an angle and then push the big gear into the small gear from the electric motor. And try to line up the holes of the turret and the plastic ring. Okay. And then just put the screws in. Okay. See how tidy that looks? I did a good job. Okay, we are now inside the upper hull of the Sherman tank. Let me give you a tiny tour. So we have a very thin wire here from the new LEDs, and here they come together here and they are soldered. Then we have the new MG here, and the positive from the LED of the MG and from the lights are soldered here. And then we have two separate negatives from the MG and the LED that come out right here. And then we have the positive and negative from the electric motor of the turret. This one goes to here. And then we have the positive and negative from the rear LEDs. They come together here. The two positives and negatives are soldered together, and they are attached to this connector that will go to the Elmod board. And now I only need to solder these wires to this 8-pin connector that will go to the Elmod board. So let's do that. Let's cut this off. And now I'm going to strip all the wires, and then we are going to solder them together. Okay, we are done soldering. Now we are going to put the wires nice and neat against the wall and tape them in place. I'm not going to cut off the wires that I still have left over, but I'm going to wind them around the existing wires. You never know when I'm going to need them. Now I'm going to wind up the wire for the rear LEDs, because the connector pin is very close to the main 8-pin connector on the Elmot board, so these two can be close together. And then I'm just going to attach a zip tie to keep everything in place. And now I'm going to put the protective harness around the cable, so everything is neat and protected. Okay, all the wiring for the upper hull is now completely done, so this is a good place to stop the video. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see the end project. You all have a nice day. Bye!